Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Batman Issue 3, 2025. Ooh, that is a gnarly looking thing there, and kinda does happen. We get the Riddler in here, so let's kinda crack into this. So we start off in East Coventry, Monolith and Burns, where we pretty much have this dude interviewing an older lady to pretty much get an idea of how Gotham has changed. Houston Gray, Civics Project, Take 1. Okay, Miss Marjorie, how has Gotham changed most in your lifetime? Oh, sweetheart, all Gotham City ever does is change. Hold up now. That thing's a phone? Yes, ma'am. And you're recording me on it? It's my mom's. Well, that's changed. Everybody on phones all the time. Otherwise, buildings come, buildings go, streets, blocks, whole neighborhoods change. It's still the city. Maybe people changed most. We're all on our own now. Seems like nobody's helping nobody, except for you-know-who. Then she does like a little Batman kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, there you go. Never say his name out loud unless you need him, Houston, here. Yes, ma'am. And then we hear gunshots. Blam, blam, blam. Houston, get back here this minute. Shh. Oh, man. Oh, man. And then I really like how the paneling is done from the phone kind of perspective as he's looking out, and we're seeing pretty much the scene where Batman and Robin are escaping, and he's like, holy crap, as we see the two officers lying there. What's happening now? Officer Gordon's down there. A bunch of people, too. Big guy in a suit. He looks like the boss. Then, of course, we see him planting the Batarang evidence with Vandal Savage as he's recording it. Investigator, we found evidence placing Batman at the scene. And of course, we see the page there. It's like, ooh, okay. Narrow Bridge Mercy Hospital. Why wasn't this mentioned in your report? I didn't see him, sir. You and your partner believed you'd apprehended Robin. The Batman came to his rescue. Say his name, officer. Put him at the scene, or you'll never say anything ever again. As Vandal's pretty much strangling his fucking, like, oxygen tube. Stand back from the bed, please. Poor man just began gasping as we see the eat going on. Easy now, Officer Davis. Stop struggling. Indeed. Save your words, officer, until you're certain you found the right one to say. It's like, screw that. And, of course, we see Bruce walking in. Not into that same place. Bernard, just so your back doesn't start aching on top of everything else. B, I'm fine. You look like one huge bruise. Well, I kinda am. Knock, knock. That's what happens after you go down a mountain on your face and not your skis. Hey, pal, how are you feeling? Bernard thinks I died in a skiing accident and nobody told me. Bruce, hi. Step out with me a sec? Tim needs rest. And it's like, okay, yeah, it's that kind of talk time. Tim kind of looking in. And he's like, of course. Closing it. Thanks for coming. Sure, You know, Mr. Wayne, Bruce. You know, Bruce, I realized something funny the other day. I kind of like the kind of like Nintendo Mario kind of themed shirt that's going on there. Pretty cool. Whenever you and Tim go off on one of your little bro weekends, he always comes back beaten up all to hell. Weird, isn't it? I mean, whenever he spends time with you, he gets hurt. These are lovely. Thanks, Bernard. Who gets to decide who is sane and who is not? It's like, okay, at least Bernard is kind of putting shit together. It's like, alright, we'll see how that kind of works out. I'm not comfortable with that framing. There are quantitative differentiations. Eugenics use quantitative differentiations. There is no different. This is no different. You may as well have at your patients with a machete and call it surgery. Harsh words from psychologist and patient advocate Dr. Hugo Strange. Ha! Dr. Zeller, a response. Dysfunction of electrical activity in the brain can mean profound control dysregulation. My device gives my patients some of that control back. Fear prevents us from having a say in how our minds respond to the chaos of trauma, but it requires trust, care, and time. It's like, okay, she's saying good things, and Hugo Stranger's like, okay. The crown of storms helps regulate electricity in the brain. It calms overstimulated regions and excites understimulated ones. And along with psychiatric so you take money from Big Pharma with one hand and Wayne Enterprises with the other. What a perfect scam. Selling snake oil would have more dignity. It's like, Jesus, like, yes, question Big Pharma, but that didn't even get to a thing of saying that, like, you need us, like, if she had launched into a thing of, like, you need this exact specific medication from this pharmaceutical company, that's different. He, of course, jumps onto hers to completely keep his kind of intact, I think. Dr. Zeller, has receiving funding from Wayne Enterprises compromised your work? We received a grant from the Wayne Family Endowment that financed our pilot program. They have no oversight or input on my work. I mean, yeah, it's good to question that kind of stuff, and if that's the case, that seems pretty cut and dry. That money has gone into building a prototype device and launching our first human trials. I don't need your trials to tell me I am human. If Nazis like you applied your devices to Van Gogh, he never would have painted Starry Night. Or maybe Van Gogh would have painted 100 Starry Nights instead of dying in agony at the young age of 37. It's like, yeah, just trying to go for the debate bro kind of like shit. I'm like, you go strange. No, thank you. Father, pay attention. As we see that Bruce is not paying attention and pretty much gets smacked by Damien. I do like how it is kind of cool to look at a different kind of comics, because I do like the different kind of ways that these panelings are done, especially with going from the TV thing to this kind of different kind of like off kilter to kind of show that Bruce is like knocked out and give you that kind of sense that, oh, you're distracted and you're out dodging the question. Ha! As we see Damien just being an acrobatic little asshole. You've been accepted into Gotham U 4 years early. Attending at your age would be an exceptional honor and challenge. Training with the League of Assassins taught you much, but there's a world out there for you to discover, Damien. As he just starts going Hambo, Rambo, Jambo. I've studied combat, martial arts, medicine, criminology. What subject could I have possibly left unmastered? The important ones, son. Yes, I'm like that Bruce says the important ones and then goes into all of these different ones that help you pick why you go after certain kind of targets, like literature, history, poetry, art. It's like he gets really too confident and cocky, and then Bruce is able to like grab his ass. I really like it when they do kind of like this kind of progression here, where you see it kind of panel wise, and then just get to the kind of end. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Girls. They have girls in college, Damien. Smart ones. It's okay to be scared of the outside world. Scared, and then he fucking just goes for the nut shot on him. It's like, oh, goddamn. Which I think certain superheroes would go to if that is their last case scenario. But Damien's like, I've lost. Fuck this. I fear no man, for my mission is righteous. How could you forget? It was you who taught me that. It's like, if you have only gotten that I fear no man, that isn't Batman. He understands fear, and even at moments when he kind of fucks up because of fear, that saying that you have no fear completely goes otherwise. Like, Damien really needs to kind of grow up on that kind of thing. Now, that's just pretty much it. This kind of one that we're seeing here, I don't know if he's kind of had to deal with that beforehand. I ever do that to you, Alfred? Physically, sir? No, spiritually? Many, many times. It's like, oh, sorry about that. And I thought that Alfred was dead, but I think he's just kind of talking to him in his own head. I don't know what's kind of going on there. Coventry, 5th in row. Come on. Geez, Harvey, what took you so long? Sleep on the phone again? Alleytown, Bullock Investigations. Well, if it ain't the world's oldest beat cop, Jumpin' Jim Gordon. How's the shin splints? It's like, okay, this is interesting to learn that Bullock has his own investigations and is outside of GCPD. Very funny. I need you to toss up the signal. Something's up with Savage. Something up with Savage? Real genius detective work there, Jim. Harv, I'm serious. The GCPD has declared open season on bats. It's about to get ugly. Ah, hell. Consider the bat signal activated, as he pretty much puts up a little plushie that says, I love Gotham City. It's like, okay. Tricorder, Wayne Enterprises. And then, Mr. Wayne, we can increase profits for the division 240% year over year. Mr. Wayne, hello? I said 240%. No. It's like, yeah, what actually kind of goes on with that increase, you dumb fuck? I don't care if it's munitions, missiles, tanks, or body armor. I won't put my family name on military equipment. There you go, Bruce. You're leaving government contract money on the table. No, I'm leaving it on the battlefield, Blake. I can live with that. Moving on, what's this Zeller thing? Some kind of grant out of experimental science? Zeller, is that 1L, or what department is? It's a dog, Mr. Wayne. She'd used 2.5 times the titanographine that we had on hand that Lucius Fox whipped up. Then again, you won't allow it to be sold as body armor. It's not a profit-viable venture. Profit isn't the only thing that makes a venture viable, Blake. That will be it for today, everyone. I agree there with Bruce. Like, okay. I know this sounds weird, but this is my business kind of thing. Say that there's something that you make. Could be some kind of food item, could be some kind of like new kind of thing, like material or whatnot. It could not on its own create profit, but it could lead to some kind of advancement that makes some kind of profit later on. Like that material could then be used to make awesome other materials at a cheaper kind of rate potentially, which then whoop, you just become a new kind of supply thing or whatnot. Or just a really good kind of thing that like knock-on effects. It's not just like, hey, this thing is a piece of shit and should just be fucking left to dust because it doesn't profit. Science and technology is cumulative. Knowledge, you build upon each other. We didn't just get phones goddamn randomly. I mean, shit. You could have probably said that Star Trek wasn't profitable in the beginning, but it led us to these kind of things, like fucking cell phones and shit, computers in your hand, communication devices like that, like wireless shit. Beam me up, motherfucker. Whoever's in the teleportation room kind of shit. Sorry, I know that's kind of a tangent, but I like that Bruce thinks that too. Thanks all, great meeting. How much taxpayer money we spend on that rooftop flashlight you had all those years, when all it takes is a crappy stuffed animal jammed in a window to get your attention. Jim's idea, not mine. And I really like the kind of paneling, again, here seeing Bullock get a little, like, mint thing, and the art in this. I mean, I like how seeing, like, people outside of their, like, kind of costume kind of stuff, but that's a really cool use of blue and black there for Batman. It's like, yeah. It was a symbol for them, not him. So everyone knew, yeah, I remember. Gentlemen, as much as I'd like to reminisce, I have a busy night. I assume you have bad news for me. Wouldn't have called if it was good. Savage is using the shootout last night to make some changes in GCPD policy and operations. He wants to leak to the press he has evidence you're a cop killer. He's issued orders to shoot on sight and deputize a private mercenary squad to do the job. And then, of course, we see Batman looking in on something. It's like, Jim looking in on something. Yeah, Gordon, what's going on down there? The mayor's pushing back for now, but we all know how that'll end. Savage and the GCPD are about to declare war on Batman and Robin. Everything old is new again. Hey, Jimmy, how's tall, dark, and spooky here going to do his disappearing act from a little building like this without... They're going to hit that woman. Those maniacs. Good lord. And we see a kind of swerve go on, and we do get the great disappearing bat act. What are you talking about, Harv? Funny. Very fucking funny. Harbor View, Wayne Experimental Sciences Building. As we see someone cracking in, it's like, what the fuck's kind of going on here? Again, I like how it just zooms in like that. When are rent-a-cops as useful as a pair of sneakers? When is a drag race a real drag? And then we see him doing a quick thing because of like that crown there. When does the rooster miss the sunrise? And what did Napoleon do for his toothache? And then smack. It's like, what the fuck? Sigh. Oh, Edward. Then we get a really cool looking here stealth suit. Light bending, noise dampening, titanographing, weave. It's like, yeah, it's useful for Batman. He is scary fucking looking there, but also cool looking. When they're tied up, when it goes down without a car, when the alarm is off, and he took the crown. You were really keeping it together there for a while, Edward. CEO of Enigma Tech. So rich you could buy your way out of any trouble. Top of the world. What happened? And also, very nice stapling here. No loose pages. So he then tackles Batman before Batman kind of tosses him at some other kind of place. Please, Edward, stop this. As he's punching out. Damn, the dark and the light there with the like bat symbol and the red eyes. Shit. When is the filmography of the Beatles incomplete? Why do ears hate bathrooms? Why did the perpetual motion machine get a ticket? Riddle me that. Well, riddle me that! As he's pretty much trying to like cut him with the glass and everything that's going on. And I do like the purple use for the tap there to kind of link up with the Riddler. When it needs help, because there's too much noise in the head, and what, Edward, tell me? Why did the perpetual motion machine get a ticket? Heh. Oh, God. And he's like laughing, but then he's like, ugh. Because he couldn't stop. Heh. Here. When is an unmade omelet crunchy? When it's eggs. Where does John get the news? Toilet paper. What is this, a grocery list? Hours. It took me hours. Make it stop. Just want to make my head stop. And then he uses a sedative tax, a fast-acting sedative antipsychotic on him. It's like something really weird's going on with Riddler. What the fuck here, man? Lower Gotham, Printers Row. Mr. Dean, you Mr. Jack Dean? Depends on who's asking. He owe you money? What? No, what? My name's Houston. I live in your building. I'm doing a homework assignment. I don't tutor, kid, and I don't do internships. No, sir, I don't want any of that. If I film something tonight, like, I think it could be news, and that's what you do, right? You're a newspaper man. And it's like, okay, so it's like in a kind of diner, and then seeing him kind of be like, okay, let's see what's going on here. Did Hugo Strange put you up to this little smash and grab, Edward? Going on TV like that, he may as well have put up wanted posters. Who? What? No. I heard... When ain't K haram? When, as he's going to sleep. And then, of course, we get the Alfred thing kind of going on with Bruce. Ain't calls attention to itself. K. 1,000? Haram, forbidden, could be gibberish. You know haram has a secular usage, set aside. It's an anagram, Master Bruce, with a double negative twist. So when is K part of haram? When it's in Arkham. I believe the Riddler was telling you that your Dr. Zeller has been using her experimental device on the patients in Arkham. That's not good. And then we get a cool kind of preview of Batman Static Beyond, preview issue 1, as we see that Static, looking pretty damn cool, is pretty much trying to do this whole thing with this kind of like jump thing, pretty much to get them into a kind of interstellar kind of community kind of thing going on. We get Warhawk, Flash, Micron, Big Barda, and of course Static and Batman Beyond in the kind of jump one, Superman and Icon helping as well. So it's like, okay, see how that kind of goes as they jump forward. It's like, oh shit. There's also a thing for Knife Fight, but then we get Harley and Ivy kind of going on with a little preview, so you get a good little bit out of here. Out of this one. So, I enjoyed this to get an understanding of what goes on with Bruce and Damian's kind of dynamic, kind of trying to get into his head of like what he's trying to study and who he's trying to be, where he's missing out on these other kind of bigger aspects that help inform his worldview, and then also bringing up girls and all that. It's like, I have no fear. It's like, so yeah, he's gonna have some issues. I did like Bernard kind of like taking Bruce to task of like, what the fuck was going on with him? Every time you guys go out, this shit kind of happens. It was cool to learn that, like, Bullock has his own kind of investigations thing. Normally, he's the kind of, like, at least what I remember, the one that's kind of, like, iffy and sketchy on the GCPD. So him helping Jim out with all this, and then seeing that this kid had seen what's going on with Vandal, planting evidence about Batman and all that. And we'll have to see how that kind of links up with the reporter, what information kind of gets out there as well. It was interesting that Hugo Strange is trying to take Zeller to task, but in seeing the Riddler being like in such a kind of crazed state with like riddles and all that, that he was trying to get that crown to kind of like probably help himself. And then talking about how like Zeller is doing experiments on people in Arkham. So it's like, okay, she looked like she was trying to help out with Killer Croc, but was what happening to Killer Croc something that she's done now, or what was going on with Killer Croc? It's like, we'll have to see how this kind of dives into here. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.